Hey guys, Courtney here. Good evening, good evening. I know it's a little early. I went ahead and started because I am known to experience technical difficulties like all the time. Like my tripod's not working and my ring light's looking all funny. So I apologize for all the lighting, but I'm excited. I'm so excited to be here. I'm excited to share one of my favorite things with you guys. So I'm just going to kind of jump right in because it's about 9:30. Hi, Danielle. Hey. Thanks for getting everybody together. I'm so excited to have this great group to share with. I know you're loving your Thrive. That's so sweet of you to invite all these people and let them see what you're doing. So I am going to be kind of brief tonight because I have 4 kids, and regardless of what time I go to bed and how much sleep I get, they're going to get up in the morning. They're going to be like all demanding. So I know you guys can probably relate to that, but I'm going to take up about 15 minutes of your time, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Thrive. I'll tell you my experience with the products and why I started this crazy thing called Thrive 4 years ago. I'll explain to you some science behind the products, and then I'm going to tell you how you can win a sample pack. So stay on to the end. I'm going to ask you to comment or answer a question or something, whatever comes to my mind towards the end. And I have a bunch of these sample packs to give away to a couple lucky winners, men's or women's. And that's it. And I'll try and answer I'm going to try and get situated. I'll try and answer all your questions. So go ahead and comment with questions below as they come up. So like I said, my name is Courtney. I live in Houston and I have 4 kids. And I have been on this crazy Thrive journey. Everybody calls everything they do a journey. I think it's funny. But I've been on this Thrive journey for like 4 years. And it all kind of started for me as this fluke. My oldest boy is 10 and my daughter's 8. And then my twins, I have twin girls that are 6. And they just started kindergarten, so this is like a whole new world over here for us. But way back then, when this got started, I had recently quit a full-time engineering job. I was an engineer. I walked away from a great salary because I had like a mommy mental breakdown because I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, I think, at heart. And I just kind of felt like my kids' childhood was passing me by and I was working my way through it. And I wasn't spending time with them. So I'm sure some of you guys can relate. Drop me some love, some condolences, whatever, below. Drop some hearts. Because I'm sure you guys can relate. But what I didn't understand is how exhausting and how demanding being a stay-at-home mom was. I mean, I'd always gone through the motions as a working mom because you have to. You have a boss that's like, pick your head up off your desk. You're supposed to be at work. And at home, when I was a stay-at-home mom, I didn't have that anymore. So I kind of reverted back. My oldest, I said, was like, 5 at the time, 6 at the time. And he was in kindergarten, but the 3 girls were home with me. And so when they would go and take a nap, I reverted back to that sleep when the baby sleeps thing, and I would fall asleep on the couch. I hate to admit it. I was a 34-year-old some odd woman, and I was taking naps on my couch. And I mean, life is exhausting. Our schedules are demanding when you're burning the candle at both ends and you're not fueling your body the way that it needs to be fueled. Enter Thrive. You just have to. Like, you just kind of give up sometimes. And I was taking a nap, and one day I did not wake up to get Mason off the bus. My little boy walked home 5 or 6 houses, and even the moms at the bus stop were texting me, "Are you home? Because Mason got off the bus and you're not here," And he walked home, and I didn't wake up until he rang that doorbell. And guys, talk about a wake-up call, Sometimes I say that was the nap that changed my life, because literally that day I called my friend. She had has twin boys that were Mason's age. And she had been posting about this stuff called Thrive that gave her energy on Facebook. And I'd seen the post, but I ignored the post, to be honest, because my friend runs marathons. And I did not run marathons. I just ran around my kids and tried to keep them from hurting themselves. But I did not run any sort of marathons. I was not fit. At the time, I probably had about 50, 60 pounds to lose. I'll be happy to say I've lost most of that over the past couple years. Thrive has been amazing for me in that respect. But I just called her and I was like, girl, this is what happened. And she goes, oh my gosh, you need Thrive. I've been telling you this is what's missing. And so she brought over one of these little packs, just like what you could win tonight. And same 3 steps that you might win. So the first step, I will tell you, this is my 3 days experience on it. The first day I woke up, this is men's and women's. I took 1 capsule out of the women's pack, full glass of water. I waited my 20-30 minutes, walked into my kitchen. I drank 1 of these. This is strawberry and vanilla. It's like backwards. I'm going to tell you, don't go, oh, a shake. I'm going to tell you, because that's what I did, and I was so wrong. These are amazing, and there's so much science and technology behind all of these products, and I'll geek out on you. I told you I was an engineer. I'll geek out on you in a few minutes and tell you some of that. But I drank my shake, and then I put on another awesome tech-savvy product. This is called DFT. This is Derma Fusion Technology. And again, I will geek out on you all over this. There are 29 patents on this bad boy, but this is the game changer. And I took all my 3 steps, though, on day 1, and I waited, and I felt nothing. Like, I called her, and I was like, I don't feel anything. And she's like, just wait till tomorrow. I was like, okay, fine. So the next day, I was kind of disappointed because I thought, this is going to be a miracle. Like, this is what I've been needing, Nothing day 1. Day 2, I did the same 3 steps. I woke up, I took the second capsule. There's 2 in here. On day 1 and day 2, you just take 1 because this is strong stuff. You've never experienced products of this premium grade. You've never felt your vitamins go to work in your body. I promise you've never felt it like this. So 15 minutes, you're like, woo. But on day 1 and day 2, I was not. Day 2, I say I was cautiously optimistic. Cautiously. I walked into the kitchen. I drank another shake. They really don't taste bad. They're ultra micronized, which means they're like this super fine powder. If I opened it up, there'd be like a little plume of white because it's ultra micronized, okay? And so you drink it down. I don't even need a blender. You just mix it with water. Some people use milk, almond milk, whatever you want to use. Shaker bottle. Sometimes I even mix it in a water bottle, like if we're on vacation. But anyway, I digress. So I put on my patch, my DFT, and I waited. And what I did notice on day 2, like I say, I was cautiously optimistic. I noticed that I wasn't ready for a nap, like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. And I was like, okay, I can do something. The kids are napping, and I maybe did laundry that day, whatever I did. I was more productive that day than I'd probably been the last 6 months of being a stay-at-home mom. I just felt like I still had something left, like my batteries weren't completely drained yet. When your iPhone's like always drained and you're like, I need a new phone. Okay, so then day 3 for me was where the magic happened. Like, I woke up, I took 2 capsules. Maybe that was the difference. I took 2 capsules on day 3, and I would advise you to do the same. And I drank my shake, which by this time I was like, okay, I like dig this. It's good. I put on my patch. And I was kind of rocking that day. Like, I just remember I got a lot done. I felt clear-headed. I felt like awake. I felt like, oh yeah, I don't need to, eat the goldfish. I don't need to clean off my kid's plate. Like, I didn't need all the extra whatever. I was, having a lot of appetite control. And I called her and I said, okay, I want to try a month. Because I'm smart enough to realize that if I'm feeling something at all, I've been on vitamins my whole life, prenatals, prescription strength vitamins when I had babies. I felt like, okay, if I'm feeling something in 3 days, I want to try a month of this stuff, right? So she comes over, I'm placing my order. My husband is like, what? No. Like, he was so skeptical. He was so annoyed. And I knew that, okay, first of all, I knew 2 things. I know my husband, I knew that he was just going to be an ass about this and the money that I was spending on this and investing in my health for the first time in a million years if he didn't understand it. And so I wanted him to do it with me, because if I was feeling it, I assumed he would feel it too. And then 2, I knew about the referral program. So Lavelle, the company that brings you the Thrive Experience, has this amazing referral program. Oh, and I have to tell you 2 things before remind me. Danielle, remind me, I have to say 2 things before we get off. But the company has this amazing referral program, and basically if you have 2 friends thriving with you and you sign up as they sign up as your referral. Like, when you go to the doctor's office and you're filling out the new patient forms and then it says referred by, if you guys put Danielle as your